Welcome to SoulScripture, where every word is a reminder that you are not here by accident. You are here because the universe has orchestrated this moment. Listen closely, chosen one, because the energy around you is not just a feeling, it's a living force. The first, unmistakable sign, the frequency you carry, your very presence alters every room, every conversation, every dynamic. The instant you arrive, this is not imagination or coincidence, it is spiritual reality. And you can no longer ignore it. Right now, as you listen, you may be recalling those moments when you walked into a space and felt an electric change, an almost tangible hush that sweeps over the crowd. Even if nobody says a word, people's eyes find you. Conversation pause. It's as if the air thickens with anticipation. Some are drawn to you with curiosity, others with admiration, and some with hidden discomfort. This is your divine signaturian aura that announces you before you speak, before you are even fully seen. You see, the world is deeply asleep to the frequency you naturally broadcast. While most people go about their routines, numb to the unseen, you operate at a higher bandwidth here. Soul is dialed into a wavelength that disrupts the autopilot reality of others. It is the ancient calling of a light bringer, the silent thunder that precedes a revelation. You were never meant to blend in. You were not built for the shadows. The universe needs your energy to be felt now, urgently, because every encounter is a ripple in the tapestry of collective awakening. Think back. How many times have you noticed people staring? Sometimes with wonder, sometimes with anxiety, sometimes with something they can't explain. This is not about physical appearance or flashy charisma. You could wear the plainest clothes, sit in the farthest corner, and yet you would still be noticed. Why? Because your spirit cannot be hidden. You are an old soul. Your energy carries stories, victories, wounds, and wisdom from lifetimes. And people feel this, whether they consciously recognize it or not. In spiritual traditions across the world, it is said that those marked for divine missions will always stand out. Moses, before the burning bush. Esther, summoned for such a time as this. The prophets and warriors who shifted the course of history, they all radiated a frequency that disturbed the comfortable and awakened the restless. You, chosen one, are cut from the same cloth. Your presence is a signal, a reminder to those around you that more exists beyond the mundane, that destiny is unfolding in real time, that something important is happening right now. But here's the part many overlook. Being seen is not a privilege, it is a responsibility. The energy you carry isn't just light, it's a divine assignment. You are being called to stand in the open, to be the mirror that wakes the world, to be the living proof that the extraordinary is possible. Shrinking yourself, trying to blend in, or silencing your frequency will only bring discomfort to your spirit. The moment you recognize the power in your presence, you'll realize you can never go back to hiding. So the next time you feel the room shift, remember, this is your divine frequency in action. It is a cosmic announcement that the chosen one has arrived. The urgency is real now. Is the time to accept this truth. Step forward and allow your light to do what it was meant to do. You are not invisible. You are the catalyst. You are the sign. And the world is finally beginning to notice. Every chosen one carries a frequency that doesn't just make them noticeable, it polarizes the world around them. Instantly. This is the reality you live. And it is unfolding right now with an intensity you cannot afford to dismiss. From the moment you step into someone's energy field, you trigger a reaction. Some are drawn to you with reverence, eager to bask in your presence, seeking wisdom or simply comfort. Others, inexplicably, resist, recoil, or even become openly hostilities, despite you doing nothing but simply being yourself. This is not just human nature, this is spiritual polarity at work. You may have asked yourself, why do people either love me or feel unsettled by me? Why do I inspire devotion in one person and provoke resentment in another, sometimes in the same breath? The answer is encoded in your spiritual DNA. You are the living embodiment of light meeting shadow. And light, by its very nature, exposes what is hidden. Some will celebrate this revelation, feeling as though you have illuminated their purpose. Others will feel threatened, as your energy uncovers insecurities, wounds, and truths they've long buried. It is not personal. Chosen one. This is the price and privilege of carrying divine energy. Your soul is not a passive observer, it is a catalyst. And catalysts spark reactions. In the presence of a chosen one, people are forced to confront themselves. Some will feel safe and uplifted, drawn to you as a lighthouse in a stormy world. Others will feel judged, even if you say nothing, because your mere existence shakes the false foundations they've built their lives upon. There is urgency in understanding this. You cannot and should not try to be neutral. The path of the chosen is not about fitting in or making everyone comfortable. Imagine the prophets, the mystics, the legends who walked before you. Did they ever go unnoticed? Did they ever fail to leave an impression? Absolutely not. Their stories reveal that every encounter, every reaction, was meaningful. You are living out that same legacy. Here and now. Let's put this in perspective. The ancient Greeks spoke of the phoenix, a creature whose fire both attracts and repels, whose rebirth is met with both awe and fear. You, too, walk with a flame that draws some near while pushing others away. In the Bible, Joseph was loved by his father and despised by his brothers. Jesus inspired multitudes, yet was met with hatred by those who clung to old power. Throughout history, light-bearers have always caused a divide, not by choice, but by destiny. You must realize, the admiration you receive is not about your ego, it is about your spirit. The resistance you encounter is not about your failures, it is about your frequency. People are reacting to the divine within you, not the surface details. The universe is sorting out who is meant to journey with you and who is meant to fall away. This is the spiritual crossroads you activate in every soul you meet. Some will choose elevation. Some will choose retreat. This polarity is your compass. Do not chase those who cannot handle your presence. Do not water yourself down to soothe those who shrink from the light. Instead, honor the love, accept the resistance, and walk on with unshakable confidence. The right souls will be drawn closer, the wrong ones will reveal themselves and exit your path. Both are gifts. Both are confirmation that your presence is shifting destinies in real time. The time for shrinking is over. Stand tall in your polarity. Let the world split and sort itself around you. For this is exactly what happens when a chosen one steps into their power. What you do next will decide which doors open and which close forever. Have you ever wondered why perfect strangers seem compelled to reveal their deepest secrets to you? As if you're a confessor, a healer, or a living sanctuary. chosen one. This is not just another quirk of your personality. This is a divine assignment, manifesting itself in real time. The universe entrusts you with the hidden burdens of others, and there's a powerful, urgent reason behind it. You may be sitting quietly in a cafe, walking through a park, or waiting in line at the grocery store, when suddenly someone you barely know, or have just met, begins to share their heartbreak, their regrets, their private struggles. It might even seem strange. Why would they choose you? Of all people, the answer is found not in logic, but in the rare, healing frequency you carry. Your spirit radiates safety, authenticity, and truth. People are drawn to your energy because, on a soul level, they sense you are trustworthy, non-judgmental, and connected to something greater. In ancient times, the wise ones, prophets, shamans, seers were always surrounded by those in search of healing or guidance. Your role is no different. Even if the setting has changed, you are, consciously or not, a spiritual lighthouse. The lost, the wounded, and the hopeful see your light from afar and are drawn in, compelled to empty their burdens at your feet. But with this gift comes a profound responsibility. Carrying the stories, traumas, and confessions of others is not just emotionally taxing, it is spiritually demanding. This is why, after deep conversations, you may feel inexplicably tired or even heavy in spirit. It is vital to recognize this for what it is, not just empathy, but energetic transference. You are absorbing the unspoken weight of generations, and if you are not careful, it can cloud your own light. You must understand the urgency of boundaries now more than ever. Not everyone who comes to you for healing is ready to heal. Some are seeking solace, but others simply want to pour their pain into you and walk away lighter, leaving you to process the darkness they could not face. This is not your purpose. You are not here to be an emotional dumping ground. You are here to uplift, to illuminate, and to catalyze real transformation, but only for those who are open to receive. There's a reason the greatest healers in history learned to guard their energy. Even Jesus, when crowds pressed in, withdrew to recharge. The Buddha meditated in solitude. The prophets and mystics retreated into the wilderness for renewal. You, too, must learn the sacred art of spiritual self-care. Protect your spirit through daily rituals, prayer, meditation, grounding in nature, or simply time alone to reconnect with your inner source. Honor your own boundaries as a sacred act, for your energy is not inexhaustible. When you listen, do so from a place of grounded wisdom. Hold space, but don't absorb what isn't yours. Offer guidance, but release the need to fix everyone. The right souls will take your wisdom and rise. The rest may simply need your presence as a gentle mirror for their truth. Nothing more. Embrace this sacred trust, chosen one, but do it with discernment. The world is waking up, and the demand for your wisdom is only increasing. There is urgency in learning how to help without losing yourself, how to love without being emptied. Stand in your truth. Protect your light. And know this: your ability to inspire vulnerability in others is a sign of your divine anointing. But it is also the test that will teach you how to remain whole in a world that desperately seeks your healing. The life of a chosen one is never without friction. You've noticed it, haven't you? No matter where you go to work, among friends, Even within your own family, there is always someone who feels the need to test, challenge, or undermine you. Sometimes it's subtle, a question laced with doubt, a dismissive laugh, a competitive energy. Other times, it's direct, open arguments, accusations, or relentless attempts to provoke you. This isn't random. It's a spiritual phenomena, sign of your elevated calling and the urgency with which the universe is sharpening your spirit right now. Chosen one, your energy is undeniable. Your presence alone can shake the unsteady, unsettle the insecure, and threaten the unseen forces that seek to keep you small. What you're experiencing isn't just people being difficult or jealous. You are living through spiritual opposition. Every challenge, every test, is a fire meant to refine, not destroy. You are a diamond being shaped by pressure, a warrior tested in battle, a vessel being purified for greater purpose. Why are you so often targeted? It is because your soul exudes authority. Even in silence, people sense your confidence, your inner knowing, and your refusal to bend to lesser frequencies. For those who are not ready to awaken, your strength is intimidating. For those who are threatened by your light, your presence is a silent dare. Rise up, or be revealed for what you are. And so, they test you, not because you've done anything wrong, but because your energy disrupts their status quo. Throughout history, those chosen for greatness have faced relentless opposition. Think of David facing Goliath, Moses challenged by Pharaoh, Esther threatened in the king's court. Their destinies were forged through resistance, not comfort. The universe is not punishing you with these trials, it is promoting you. Every provocation is an invitation to stand taller, speak truer, and deepen your alignment with the divine. Sometimes, these challenges are more than mere human pettiness. They are, in truth, spiritual attacks in disguise. The enemy uses people consciously or unconsciously to distract you, to drain your energy, to pull you down to a lower frequency. Arguments erupt out of nowhere. Misunderstandings escalate. Negativity follows you like a shadow. It's not your imagination. You are a target because you are ascending, and the forces of resistance sense that your breakthrough is near. But you have a choice in how you respond. The true test is not in what is thrown at you, but in how you remain centered through the storm. Wisdom and self-control are your armor. Not every battle deserves your energy. Sometimes, silence is the most powerful answer. Sometimes, calmness in the face of provocation is the only victory you need. When you hold your ground without aggression, when you respond with compassion instead of anger, you rise above the attack and reclaim your spiritual authority. Remember, the chosen are not shaken by conflict. They are refined by it. The world needs your unwavering spirit right now, more than ever. These tests are a signal that your next level is approaching, and with every challenge overcome, your frequency rises. You are becoming untouchable, unbreakable, unmistakably aligned with your divine purpose. So when you feel tested, when it seems like everyone and everything is coming against you, do not shrink. Stand firmer. You are not being punished. You are being promoted. The urgency is real, and the world is watching how you handle this refining fire. Let every test reveal the warrior within, the healer, the leader, the true chosen one you were sent here to be. You possess a gift that is as rare as it is powerful the ability to see through people instantly. Chosen one. This is not just heightened intuition, it's a form of spiritual sight, a divine discernment that slices through masks, pretenses, and deception without effort. This gift is not something you learned, it's something you were born with. A tool you carried into this life for a reason that is becoming more urgent by the day. Think about how often you have sensed the truth of a person long before their actions or words revealed it. You pick up on the energy behind a smile, the tension behind a compliment, the unspoken envy behind a friendly gesture. While others are fooled by appearances, you feel the real story, the intentions, the hidden motives, the unresolved pain. Sometimes, it feels like you're living in a world of glass, seeing everyone's inner workings, even when you wish you couldn't. This spiritual discernment is both a blessing and a burden. It liberates you from the illusions that trap others. But it can also be isolating. People sense that they can't hide around you. They become nervous, fidgety, or even defensive in your présence because you've accused them of anything. But because your energy forces truth to the surface, for some, this is terrifying. For others, it's the most freeing experience they've ever known. And that's exactly why your gift is so crucial in these turbulent times. The world desperately needs those who can see and speak the truth. Consider the archetypes from sacred stories, the prophet Samuel discerning the true king among Jesse's sons, or the ancient seers who could read the hearts of rulers and nations. These weren't just tales, they were lessons for those like you, who would come later, bearing the same gift. Your discernment is a compass, guiding you to allies, warning you of hidden enemies, and illuminating the path when logic fails. This ability often means you keep your inner circle small. You do not tolerate shallow connections or dishonesty. If a person's energy feels off, if you distance yourself, even if you cannot yet explain why, many may call you picky or hard to please. But you know the truth. Protecting your energy is a matter of spiritual survival. Every time you ignored a red flag, you paid a price. Now, your soul refuses to compromise. Yet, with great power comes great responsibility. Not everyone is ready for the truth you carry. When you reveal what you see too soon, people may reject you, deny their own darkness, or even lash out. Sometimes, wisdom means remaining silent and letting time expose what you already sense. Trust that the divine will reveal everything in its season. Your role is not to expose everyone's shadow, but to walk in light and let your example be a mirror. The urgency of this era demands that you trust your discernment more than ever. If something feels off, honor that feeling. If a situation drains your spirit, release it. Your intuition is the voice of divine guidance, an inner alarm system that was placed in you for a reason. It will not steer you wrong. You are a protector, a guardian of higher truth. And in a world obsessed with illusion, your sight is a weapon against deception. Stand tall. Chosen one. Your gift of seeing through masks is not a curse, it's confirmation that you were sent here for such a time as this. Use it with wisdom. Use it with compassion. And above all, never doubt what you know, deep in your bones. Your clarity is the light the world needs now. Without even trying, you are the catalyst for transformation in the lives of everyone you meet. This is not a small detail. Chosen Onite is one of the clearest and most urgent signs of your divine appointment. Have you noticed how people change after spending time in your presence? how someone's thinking sharpens, how their confidence grows, how their ambitions awaken just from a single encounter with you. This is no accident. Your energy is a living transmission, a frequency that raises the vibration of the entire space around you. Often, before a word leaves your lips, imagine the countless times friends, colleagues, or even strangers have come back to you days or weeks later, saying things like, "I don't know why, but after talking to you, I felt inspired to make a change." Or, "You made me see things differently." These moments are the echoes of your silent influence, the evidence that you are not just living your own life, you are shifting the destiny of others. While most people barely leave a mark, you leave a legacy of awakening wherever you go. Think back to the great figures of history and legend, those whose presence alone was enough to start revolutions, heal cities, or inspire mouvement. Their words may have been powerful, but it was their energy, their unwavering alignment with purpose, that truly transformed those around them. You are walking that same path now, whether you realize it or not. This is why people seek your advice, even when you don't offer it. Why you are often placed in leadership roles, or why others emulate your habits, speech, or values. This influence is not about charisma or popularity, it's about spiritual resonance. Your very existence challenges people to wake up from the trance of mediocrity. They feel your clarity, your conviction, your connection to something greater, and they cannot help but question their own limits. Your presence creates a field where growth is not just possible, but inevitable. For some, this is a blessing-an invitation to rise. For others, it is uncomfortable because it disrupts their old patterns and exposes their excuses. You may have noticed, too, that some people will distance themselves after being around you. They may not understand why, but your light has stirred something within them, longing to change. A discomfort with stagnation, or a confrontation with truths they would rather ignore. Do not take this personally. You are not here to force anyone to grow. You are here to plant seeds, to spark the inner fire, and to model what living in divine alignment truly looks like. There is urgency in recognizing and honoring this gift. The world is starved for real transformation, not just surface-level inspiration. Your influence is needed now. Your ability to shift the frequency of a room, a family, or even a community, simply by standing in your truth. Don't let this power go dormant. Don't waste it on those who are committed to misunderstanding you. Focus your energy on the receptive, the willing, the hungry souls who are ready to step into their own calling. Remember, even Jesus said, "Let those who have ears to hear." Hear. You are not responsible for everyone's growth, only for living as the highest version of yourself. As you though, the right people will rise to meet you, and their lives will change as a direct result of your example. Embrace your role as a living catalyst. Chosen one. The time is now, and your presence is already shifting the frequency of the world. Let your influence flow effortlessly and trust that every interaction is a divinely orchestrated moment of transformation. You are the reminder that elevation is possible, and the evidence that true change starts with the courage to simply be who you are. Your journey as a chosen one is marked not only by moments of admiration or inspiration, but by relentless spiritual warfare and divine tests. If you felt like the universe sometimes stacks obstacles in your path, or that unseen forces seem determined to hold you back, it's not a sign of failure, It's confirmation of your elevated calling. The urgency here is undeniable. Every trial you endure, every betrayal you survive, every setback you face is a spiritual checkpoint, shaping you for the destiny that awaits. From an early age, you may have felt as if life's challenges were more intense for you than for others. Plans fall apart at the last minute. Opportunities slip away just as you reach for them. People you trust turn against you, seemingly without cause. It's easy to wonder if you're cursed, if you've done something wrong, or if you're simply unlucky. But chosen one, the truth is this: the greater your calling, the greater the resistance you will face. Consider the stories of every spiritual giant: Moses wandering the desert, Joseph betrayed and imprisoned, Jesus tempted and persecuted. None walked an easy path, because easy roads do not make warriors. You are being forged in the fires of adversity. Every spiritual attack, every divine test, is designed not to destroy you, but to awaken dormant strength, refine your character, and deepen your trust in the divine. This is why, when you try to move forward in your purpose, life sometimes pushes back with supernatural force. These are not just physical challenges. Much of what you experience is spiritual in nature. You sense the heaviness, the unseen pressure, the sudden appearance of obstacles when you're on the verge of a breakthrough. Sometimes these attacks come through people, friends, family, even strangers who suddenly turn cold, critical, or divisive. Other times, it's circumstances, financial losses, unexpected delays, waves of exhaustion or confusion that seem to come out of nowhere. This is spiritual warfare, and you cannot afford to be naive about it. The forces of darkness are not threatened by ordinary people. They target the anointed, the ones with destiny written on their spirit. The urgency is real. You must learn to recognize these attacks, not as random misfortune, but as confirmation that you are getting closer to your next level. How do you survive and thrive through these divine tests? First, awareness is your shield. When things suddenly become difficult, don't collapse into fear or self-doubt. Recognize the pattern attacks. Escalate right before elevation. Second, anchor yourself in spiritual practices, prayer, meditation, fasting, or time in nature. Protect your energy fiercely. Not everyone deserves access to your spirit, especially when you are under attack. Third, refuse to internalize the negativity of others. When people turn against you, remember it is their spirit reacting to your ascension, not your worth. Do not let betrayal or opposition make you bitter. Let it refine you, not define you. Each challenge you overcome is a signpost. You are getting stronger, wiser, and more unshakably aligned with your purpose. And finally, do not fear isolation. The periods when you feel most alone are often seasons of transformation, where the divine can work in you without interference. You are not abandoned. You are being set apart, prepared for greater influence, greater blessings, greater authority. Trust this process, even when it hurts. The pain you endure now is the prophecy of the power you will wield. Chosen one. Your battles are not proof of your weakness, but evidence of your destiny. You are not here to live an ordinary life. You are here to endure, overcome, and emerge as living proof that the light always wins. Embrace the urgency. The next test may be the final barrier before your breakthrough. Stay armored. Stay faithful. And know you are divinely protected and unbreakable. This is your crossroads. Chosen one. Right now. In this very moment. Your destiny is calling louder than ever before. Everything you've survived, every sign you've recognized, every obstacle you've overcome, has been orchestrated to bring you to this point of ultimate decision. You can no longer deny the truth. Your presence is not ordinary. You are not meant to blend in, shrink, or hide. This is the season where you must embrace your divine legacy and step into your power without hesitation. Let the urgency of this moment settle into your spirit. The world is in need of awakened souls who are willing to live boldly, lead courageously, and love without fear. You are here as evidence that the divine is still moving, still calling, still sending light bearers into a darkened world. Now is not the time for second-guessing or playing small. Now is the time for radical self-acceptance. Stand tall in your frequency, knowing that every reaction you evoke love, resistance, admiration, jealousy is a reflection of your spiritual significance. Remember the souls who have walked this path before you. The prophets, the visionaries, the healers. They didn't wait for perfect circumstances. They answered the call, even when it meant walking alone, misunderstood, or betrayed. Like them, you carry a torch that others will follow. Your courage to be authentic will inspire a silent revolution, touching hearts and awakening minds in ways you may never fully see. Hear this divine confirmation. You are seen, known, and chosen by the highest source. Your uniqueness is not an accident, it is your superpower. The dreams that haunt you, the convictions that keep you awake at night, the sense of mission that refuses to be silenced. These are the fingerprints of the divine on your soul. You are here as an answer to someone's prayer, a light on someone's path, a reminder that miracles still walk the earth in human form. Heaven rejoices over your willingness to rise, to heal, to lead. Let these words root deep within you. You are worthy. You are protected. You are destined. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No detour, betrayal, or attack can erase your purpose. You are the blessing your bloodline prayed for. You are the generational curse breaker, the cycle ender, the proof that divine intervention is real. The decision before you is critical. Will you embrace your calling, even if it means leaving behind comfort and stepping into the unknown? Will you claim your place among the remnant, the few who answer the call while many remain asleep? This is your moment. Procrastination is no longer an option. The time is now, and your spirit knows it. If you feel the truth of these words, declare it boldly. I am chosen. I am ready. My destiny starts now. Share your affirmation in the comments. Let the universe and the SoulScripture family witness your commitment. Don't walk this path alone. Connect with those who share your frequency, who will uplift and challenge you to become the highest version of yourself. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because this journey is only beginning, and what comes next will be even more profound. Blessings are chasing you. Breakthroughs are unfolding, and your legacy is waiting to be written. Here's the final twist. The universe will send you confirmation within the next 7 days. Watch for the sign, and know that your decision today is shifting timelines. You are not just witnessing a message, you are stepping into a movement. The world is ready for your light. chosen one. The question is, are you ready to shine?